Hello and welcome to another Arcades video and to a new daily race A on Gran Turismo 7. We are racing at Suzuka East course and we are in the Renault Clio. So this is proper race A pedigree. Let's see what we can do with this one. Let's get straight into it. So as usual, this is the first race of the week. I'm starting in P3 because I accidentally set a qualifying time on this account because I am stupid, and we actually have two channel members in this race. We have Chicken Angel as always, and we have Dead Dave as well. So nice to see both of you. I accidentally run wide into turn 1, so Dead Dave manages to get past me, and so does Chicken Angel. I just have to sort my stuff before we get into the S's. Let's see if I can keep everything straight here. And yeah, I am under pressure from the car behind, so I just need to find a rhythm with this one and hang on to the cars in front. Just make sure, keep it nice and tight here. I don't really manage to do that because we want to set up the car for the final corner. And yeah, just make sure the car doesn't understeer out of here. At this point I was trying to exit in 4th gear. I think 3rd gear is faster, but I haven't found out yet. We can see that Dave picked up a penalty, so as we are about to start the 3rd lap of the race, he serves the penalty, pulled over to the right hand side, and I think I just managed to get past him. But unfortunately, as we come into turn 1 once again, because I am too unsteady with my inputs, the car goes all wobbly. I managed to keep it together, and now let's concentrate on the S's. And in this car the gearing is a bit awkward. 3rd gear you are right on the limiter all the time, and 4th gear tends to bog down a bit as most of this is uphill, if not all of it is uphill. So you are constantly just bouncing off the ref limiter or struggling a bit in 4th gear. I haven't really figured out what's the best thing to do here yet, but at least we are getting some okay lines through here. Chicken Angel actually runs a bit wide. I almost followed him off. Let's just keep it nice and tight, and you can see I decide against myself. I go back down to 3rd gear. 4th gear, that was just a bit too slow. Chicken Angel is staying ahead. We are jumping ahead in the race. We are at the final lap, and Chicken Angel is running wide. He keeps it together, but he will have dirty tires all through the S's. I am staying behind him. I'm not going to try anything stupid. It would be silly to ruin the race for both of us, but you can see he's really struggling for grip at the moment. So we just have to be patient. This will probably just end up with a P4 anyway, but we are making our way through. Yeah, that's a small notch here and there from me, purely accidental. Not going to try to do any silly overtakes, and we are making our way around the final corner. You can see Dead Dave is back with us, but we managed to hang on to P4, and that was the end of the first race. Now we are entering the second race out of 3. I actually did a 4th race, but you can see that race in Tisney's weekly race guide at some point on this day. I really recommend his race guide videos. Anyway, this is my second race. I am starting in P5. I didn't manage to get a really good qualifying time, so I'm starting mid-pack, and yeah, and that's going to be the issue for me in this one, because let's see what's happening. I'm behind the French driver. We are racing quite often and always have good racing, so no issues there. And yeah, I'm not getting the best lines through the S's at the moment. Down to 3rd gear, make sure to keep it tight here so you are able to swing the car back over so you don't mess up your line into this final corner. And now I get nudged wide. Maybe it wasn't on purpose, but the German driver went through, and even though I'm not going into full rage mode like I did last Monday, I do honk my horn because I was a bit annoyed, but it might have been by accident. So let's just carry on, and you can see Reckless is defending the best he can into turn 1, so he manages to keep the German driver behind him, and it also gives me an opportunity to catch up to the 3 drivers ahead of me. We've also got Couch Racer in this race. He is racing in P2, also a very good and clean driver. We are making our way through the S's. We are on lap 4. I'm hanging on to these guys, and Couch Racer seems to have had some sort of issue. He's dropping back a bit. I don't really know what happened there. It looks like he has dirty tires as well, because he is taking some wide lines and it's getting all clogged up, and now P7 is in the mix as well, and I get nudged from behind by him, and now I'm just getting all swallowed up. I have no room on the exit for me. I get pushed wide, and yeah, I'm down into P8, and we are staying on board for a bit because this lap is going to be a bit hectic. You can see they are coming into turn 1, 3 wide. I am a bit curious how that is going to play out. Let's see. They seem to filter in sort of just fine, and everyone seems to survive. So I am right back with them, and we are almost side by side with the French driver here, but I decide to back out. But here I get a chance to sneak past, because there was a bit of contact between the French and Dutch driver. So now it's side by side with Reckless up the hill, and we do the best we can, both of us, to keep it together. Unfortunately, it is also a bit slow, so now we've got cars catching up to us again, and now I am almost getting a nudge there. We managed to keep it through the final corner. Now we are having a drag race with Reckless. I managed to get past him, and now we are coming into turn 1 for the final time. And unfortunately, as we come into turn 1, here comes the final nail in the coffin for me, because I get a big nudge and another nudge and just get pushed wide. I need to go all the way down to second gear to just sort of keep the car back on track. At this point, I wasn't really impressed with that driving, but hey, let's not get too carried away today, so I'm just taking a deep breath. But at this point I decided I wanted to do a 3rd race, because I knew that I had a chance to end on a better note than this one. Reckless is picking up a penalty. Couch Racer, for some reason, is parking on the finish line, so we finish in P8, but we need to do a final race. And as mentioned, this isn't the actual final race. The final race will be in Tisney's video later on today. So we are starting in P2, and we've got Chicken Angel. He's on the outside, and I've also got the German driver in P3. And as we come into turn 1, I have had some clumsy starts, so I'm a bit cautious, a bit too cautious, and the German driver actually makes a nice pass around the outside. And here I was getting worried whether I would be swallowed up by the pack once again. So I was looking in my mirror, but as I was looking, I saw that the spec tuber behind me got all wobbly through the S's and left the track, and that left a bit of breathing space for me as well. So let's go and try to keep up with Chicken Angel and our German driver in front of us. Making our way through the S's, a bit too much of the grass there, but let's just try to swing the car around. Be patient on the throttle. This is a front wheel drive car. It will easily understeer off if you are too eager on that long corner. But we are staying with them, and at the start of lap 3, the German driver goes for an attack move on Chicken Angel. Chicken Angel didn't defend that quickly enough, so he just have to accept the fact that he is on the inside, the German driver now, and he makes it through, and now we're jumping forward quite a bit. Because that's the thing with this layout, it's really hard to get some overtakes done, at least if you want to do them cleanly. So all the laps before this final lap we are about to start now were almost identical, I managed to stay right behind Chicken Angel, and through the S's also on all the previous laps I was right on him, but that's not really anything to do. If the car in front of you hits the lines, yeah, you can see there's a small notch there. I am getting a bit eager now. It is the end of the race now, but I'm not going to just push to pass. I wouldn't do that to anyone, not on purpose at least, but we are making our way into the final corner, and you can see as I exit the final corner that I'm really trying my best, but the car is just pushing wide, so Chicken Angel gets a much better exit than me. But we've got a handbrake, so let's finish this one in style. This is not a race A I'm going to do much of. It's a bit boring, to be honest, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.